So one of the best things I did for myself towards the end of last year is see a therapist. Like it changed the way I viewed, I guess you'll say, what I felt like were problems in my life.
Yeah.
Where I realized I'm creating them for myself.
Yeah.
Like I am the problem because I've created, like I make things my problem.
Yeah, and you turn things that sometimes don't need to be problems into problems. Like a therapist is also good with making you feel like, okay, I'm not going crazy. I should be worried about that. Or maybe I shouldn't be worried about that. And it's fine not to be.
I find that like people, and I'll speak for myself and say I'm one of those people because I just didn't want to do it. Like I don't want to like spend an hour of my time talking to somebody about my problems.
I prefer that than talking to people I know about it.
So my problem was I felt like there was no one I could really like. You can't trust people.
Yeah, 100%.
So now if I pay this person,
exactly,
it's their job. They can't tell,
and you can't judge me either.
No.
Not only can't they tell anyone, but they also can't judge. Where it's like you start telling all the people around you deep, dirty things, and then you get into a fight, or you're not friends anymore, and then you have to worry what are they going to tell other people.
Correct.
Where your therapist, me, I tell her everything.
My other worry was, does my therapist, are they like on my Instagram? Do you know what I mean? Like, do they listen to the show?
Yeah.
Like,
because they know what you do.
Are they reading like the blog gossip stuff?
That's so funny.
You know?
That's so funny.
So I'm like, then who do I speak to?
What a unique problem you have in that case. Like the average person not thinking, does a therapist listen to my show?
Yeah.
Do they look at my Instagram?
Because you don't want, I need to feel like whatever I'm telling you, you're hearing it for the first time. You didn't hear it because I said it on the radio or you read it somewhere.
Yeah.
But therapy, for one, I will say changed my life in 2025, and I'm going to continue doing it in 2026. I want to speak on the other side of 4 to other people who've had a similar experience where maybe you thought it was this daunting task, but you eventually did it. And you found yourself asking yourself, why did it take me so long? We'll talk about it just after 4. Just before 4 o'clock, I was talking about how one of the best things I did for myself in 2025 was see a therapist towards, Zen music.
Usa.
Towards the end of 2025. And for the longest of time, I thought therapists just, you sit there on the couch and you speak and then they say nothing back. And I'm just like, I'm not paying for that.
Yeah, a lot of them do though.
Why?
Because they let you speak. Often in life, people don't let you continue speaking. So therapists are just there to hear you. And at the end, especially with my therapist, at the end, then she'll pipe in for 5 minutes afterwards. But really, she's coaxing stuff out of you.
What has been the biggest benefits of seeing a therapist for you?
Dealing with past stuff. As you know, I've been going on and off for the last 10 years. And last year was also a big one of going back. Along with going to a therapist, I also went to a coach, similar, except they're not therapists. And it was things like how to make decisions was a big one. Also dealing with past family traumas, and perhaps why I'm doing certain things and treating people in a certain way and helping me think about those type of things. I think it's incredibly beneficial.
I think also it's something we spoke about on yesterday's show with people who no longer speak to like their parents and people who now have kids of their own and how that trauma can be passed down for generations.
That abandonment thing.
Yeah, if untreated, whatever trauma it is that, you as an adult face today, you don't see how the little things that you do in front of your kids or say to your partner, whatever it is, how it can affect the people around you or your children.
What was the biggest benefit for you going to therapy last year?
I think I realized that I try to fix everything. And then I feel overwhelmed. And then I'm constantly like at the brink of tears. Meanwhile, I've brought that onto myself. It's like, why are you doing that? So one of the biggest things my therapist would say is, why are you doing that? Why did you feel you needed to do that thing for that person?
Yeah.
I'm just like, you're right. I didn't need to do that.
You don't even need a therapist. I tell you that all the time. Why do you do that?
Yeah,
to
Gary, you want a voice of actual reason.
A serious person.
Like a level-headed human being. Have you seen a therapist? What have been the benefits? We go through so much as people in this country. And perhaps you've been able to just, offload that with somebody and you've seen the benefits of it. We're trying to rally as many people to see a therapist, to, get help, to speak out and, have somebody support you. I don't think any one of us are silos and you shouldn't work as a silo. You should have a bouncing board, somebody who can give you a different perspective on the decisions you make in your life or the problems that you have in your life. Gareth, you went to a therapist.
Yes, I did indeed. So I heard your initial, punt about it. A therapist is good. Always someone to have someone, always good to have someone to talk to you about your problems. However, I went to a therapist. It was awful. Every 5 seconds, the lady starts saying to me, how do you feel about that? Okay, so whatever I said, believe me, I'm not making this up. She asked me, how do you feel about that, right? So now I'm thinking to myself, lady, you've got 2 degrees. How do you feel about it?
That's why I'm here, Gareth. I'm here to find out
You
how...
understand? No. And then I'm thinking, I'm paying for this the whole load. So, lucky that someone, look, I was able to tell them everything that was on my mind.
But did you tell them how you feel about it, Gareth?
Yeah, no, certainly. Everything. When I say everything, no, it was completely, I don't know this person. I'm going to tell them everything that I can.
Yeah.
And Gareth,
I wasn't convinced. I wasn't convinced, and I hadn't been to one of these before at all. But after the experience, I won't do it again.
Have you tried to go find somebody else, Gareth? Because, even somebody like me, I remember we had the same therapist.
And then we bumped into him at like a farmer's market.
Exactly.
And that's when I knew he was not my guy.
And also, I've tried many a therapist before finding one that I liked and worked for me. So have you tried about maybe finding somebody else?
Then must I go therapist hunting?
You must.
You have to. Gareth, you also went wife hunting.
Yes.
You friend hunting.
That's not the way it works.
You date the therapist. You see if you gel with them. Like I said, literally, we saw our therapist at farmer's markets. And my thing was like, I don't want to drink with my therapist.
It wasn't even farmer. I'm sure it was like neighbor goods market or something.
Yeah, I'm like, but it's not cool. You know what I mean? Like next thing, and then you greet me and you're also a little bit litty. And then tomorrow I must tell you my problems. So Gareth, yes, I think try again.
But then, sister, that means I can also be a therapist if I just say to people, hey, how do you feel about that?
But what I'm saying is not all
and
of them
then
are
if I say something, then they take it from there.
But not all of them are like that, Gareth.
I did, in fact, see her at a restaurant afterwards. I could hardly look at her. I looked away.
Oh, Gareth.
I'm sorry, Gareth. Janine, you went to a therapist. One of the biggest things you learned?
I learned to say no. Because as a child, I was never allowed to say no. And I was so scared of saying no and confrontation. And then it actually really helped me at work as well, because I used to end up doing everybody's work and everything like that. And then I learned to say no, and I learned that this person's not going to beat me if I say no.
Yes.
And it's made such a big difference in my life. Like, I've bought my therapist numerous bunches of roses and flowers because she's just made such a positive difference in my life.
Love that, Janine. You see, they do work.
Yeah.
I feel like also, is it a guy thing, right? A guy's less likely to go see a therapist.
Oh, 100%.
And what's the reason? Is it a pride thing?
No, I also think we're not taught as men really to embrace the feelings that we have going on.
But that's why...
We're also taught, hey, listen, you'll figure it out. A boermaka plan, as they'd say.
But that's why you end up harboring all these emotions and all this hurt and all this anger.
Absolutely.
So let's see from the guys. If you've seen a therapist and maybe, unlike, Gareth, you've had a positive experience where you're just like, yeah, this is great. Or maybe you tried a few.
Yeah.
And the first few didn't work out and then you tried somebody else and that did. 011 88 38 947. EW in traffic with Regent Business School. Shape your success with Regent Business School's new age BCom degree that's got 13 focus areas and offers. Visit regent.ac.za.
Thank you, Regent. 4:30. Let's take a look at what's going on the roads. And Alex, about a 20-minute delay on the N3 South. That's from Marlborough Drive to Linksfield and in Deerdeport. There's still slow-moving traffic on Sefako Makgato Drive approaching Moloto Road. If you do want to let me know about anything else you've seen out there, 066 381 8609.
Regent Business School offers you the BCom in accounting qualification that takes you further.
We're speaking the benefits of seeing a therapist, because for most people, you only see those in the movies, where they have the couch in the office and then the person will come and lie down and then there's always a box of tissues. But most people don't get the benefit of seeing a therapist, or it's also a luxury. Let's
100%, because it's not cheap. Therapists are specialists and they cost a lot of money. But also, a big mistake that people do is that they wait until things go bad to see a therapist.
Or when things are good, they stop seeing the therapist.
Exactly.
And then they go back when they're in tears
Where it's
again.
like gym. Gym, you continue to maintain. You go for the mental
When
health
last you go there?
Look at me. Look at me. I'm the picture of health. I'm the picture of fitness. That's me, Mr. High Rocks.
Roz, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, guys.
You went therapist shopping, Roz?
Yes, so I saw a therapist in I think it was 2017. Very traumatic experience. And my company actually referred me to the company therapist. And it was the most horrible experience I've ever had in my life, and I swore I would never go to someone again. All I remember about her is this ginger hair and these red lips.
Oh,
But
no.
she kept taking me back to the trauma and asking me, you need to look at it and what are you seeing? And I was completely put off, and I was like, you know what, I'm never doing this again. Fast forward a couple of years, I realized on my own, I need help. Like, I can't do this by myself. And I went therapist shopping, and I went through a couple of people. And after the first session, I was like, right, this person's not working for me. Check them out on LinkedIn, reviews, all of that. And the person that I am with now, I've been seeing for over a year, and he's absolutely phenomenal. And not one, like, just because he's a good therapist doesn't mean he's going to be good for everybody. But we work well together, and that's why it's important, I think, that you do go therapist shopping, because just like you look for a partner or a friend, you know, there's people you connect with and there's people that you don't.
100%.
It's not to say that they are a bad therapist.
They're just
or
not for
great
you.
therapist.
Or they're not a good fit for
Exactly.
you. Love that, Roz. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Samu, good afternoon.
Hi, Thando. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. You have another plan instead of therapy.
ChatGPT. ChatGPT is my girl.
ChatGPT. So I've tried that, Samu. ChatGPT is going to tell you that you're right all the time. So the thing is,
No!
yes. ChatGPT, if you've done something bad and you tell ChatGPT is going to say, it's fine.
No, stop it.
That was just an error of judgment. It doesn't mean that's who you are. That's not good advice.
Yeah,
Samu.
because Samu, how are you prompting ChatGPT to be a therapist for you?
I tell it, listen, I need you right now.
And what does it say? What does it say? I'm
And
here
then it
for
tells
you.
me, Samu, listen, here's the gentle truth. You know how ChatGPT is. Here's the gentle truth, Samu, okay? You're worth more than this, and you
See?
know this. You're here and you already know the truth. But, like, I mean, obviously it's important not to replace, I mean, you can't replace human contact
No.
with ChatGPT. But, like, for me, it's an affordability thing. That's why I just go on my girl chats and, like, listen, bruh, what do I say when he says this?
I will
Like,
say,
what does it mean?
you do know that like whatever data you put on the
On
internet
ChatGPT.
is like on the internet, right, Samu?
Yes, I do. It's a risk that at times I am willing to take.
Yeah, Samu's not out here killing people, Thando. She's just
I'm
going
just
through
saying,
stuff.
like, I'm just saying, if you're killing people, if you have thoughts of, doing bad stuff
Yeah.
and you tell ChatGPT, not a good idea.
No, I just, for me, literally ChatGPT is just an affordability thing.
Got you.
And that's the only reason why I've kind of resorted to it. But definitely human contact, definitely if you can afford it, go to therapy.
Love it. Samu, thank you so much for that call. Zama, good afternoon.
Afternoon, guys. Thank you for an amazing show, as always.
Thank you, Zama. Talk to us.
So I actually started going for, when I was younger, I was doing quite well in school. I studied and I just felt very lonely. I couldn't explain it. So I actually took myself to a therapist. So I went to my GP without even my parents knowing. And they were like, okay, if you want to go for therapy, you need to get a letter from a GP. And I did go and it went very well. It went so well that even in my life now, I'm 38. It's still part of my life. Every now and then
Wow.
I check in just to check that everything is fine. I'm a very open book. I speak with my friends, but there's just something unique when you speak to a psychologist. They don't give me any advice. They just listen to me, but I don't know what I say differently that I don't say to my friends, but it's always helped. And I've lost both parents now. It's a very big part of my life.
I think that's incredible that you started at such a young age.
Yeah.
You must be the most like level-minded,
Enlightened.
enlightened.
Yeah, I was the only
Individual.
child and I was doing well, but I just still felt like something was missing. But
Yeah.
my therapist made me realize that no, you just need to find hobbies and stuff. And I did that. And I do that with my son as well. He's 12. Every now and then I take him for therapy just to check that he's fine.
Wow.
Life is okay, bullying and everything, because I feel like it's important to realize these things at very early on.
You also mentioned you don't know what you say differently to your therapist compared to your friends. It's because therapists are trained to receive what you're saying, I imagine, in a certain way.
Yeah, I don't know, because she never gave me tasks to do or anything, but it made a huge impact to me, especially after losing my dad.
Yeah.
I think it's those inhibitions
I
are
could
gone.
not, yeah.
Those inhibitions and the fear of speaking to somebody, once, like we said at the beginning, that you know when the judgment is removed. So now you're speaking freely. Even if you tell your friend stuff, sometimes it's still a bit surface, where you can go deeper with somebody who really has no skin in the game with you.
But also you're paying them, eh?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
then
I always say
skin in the game.
that. I always say that. If
Yeah.
you want to say a secret, go to a therapist. You can say anything, and you paid them. They are not obligated to tell it to anybody, or else they're going to lose their license.
yeah. Zama, thank you so much for that call. Here's some voice notes.
Therapist, biggest scam ever.
No.
Listen, they just glorified bartenders. You want to save yourself a lot of money, just go to the pub, have a couple of drinks.
Don't do that.
And speak to the bartender. If he's too busy, some freaking drunk oak in the corner. You're going to get the same thing from them. People that waste their time and money on therapists.
Oh, this guy.
Is he speaking to us from the bar?
Yeah.
Is he with the bartender right now?
He is the bartender.
Anyway, we'll leave it there.
947 Drive with Thando.
This is 947.